Good morning, Shayan. Give me 1 second. I'm still working on my camera this morning. So just give me 1 second. But thank you so much for joining. Okay. All right. Good. Are you able to see, Shayan? Awesome. All right. We'll go ahead and get started real soon. If there's any requests that you have, you can go ahead and put it on the chat. Any parts of the body that you want to work on, any aspects of the mind you want to work on as well. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Sunday morning movement of the new year. I'm your host, Imran Ghani, and this is BP Harmony, a place for those who are suffering from the acute phases of bipolar disorder, the ups and downs and everything in between, as well as for those people who have loved ones going through this difficult period in life. Moreover, anyone can benefit from this channel who's looking for better sleep, advice on nutrition, techniques in movement and mindfulness, as well as building a sense of community. So last 3 months I've been taking some rest in recovering from the work that it took to get this project launched, and this month I'll be planning and strategizing on how best I can deliver value this upcoming year. So thank you so much to those who have provided the support. So we'll go ahead and begin with some breathing exercises this morning. Today's yoga practice is titled Yoga for Courage, or to parse that out is yoga for cultivating courage when we are at the beginning of a journey, when we are at the foot of the mountain and the task at hand seems so daunting that it feels as if we don't even want to begin. Go ahead and come into a comfortable seating position, into easy pose where your legs are crossed in front of you, to place your palms facing upward on your knees, to straighten the back, broaden the shoulders, and to relieve tension in the neck. Imagine that the head is floating on water, weightless. And we're going to take our right hand, place it on our belly, and we are going to inhale with our nose, taking our awareness to the sensation of the air going in and out of our nostrils. When we inhale, we inflate the belly, and when we exhale, we deflate the belly. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now to cultivate some control of the breath, we're going to inhale for 5 seconds and exhale for 5 seconds. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make it circular. No need to hold the breath in between, and to make it like a wave. So inhale and exhale. Inhale bring the awareness to the sensation on the nostrils. The mind will want to jump onto what is to come today, or what I did or did not do yesterday. Bringing the awareness to the breath helps us to be in the moment, and being in the moment helps us to be joyful. I take New Year's resolutions very seriously. I commit to something tangible, something achievable within a year, and I commit to consistent effort throughout the year. When looking at the task at hand, it looks overwhelming. It looks like, whoa, this is such a big project. But I've learned to put small, consistent effort in chipping away at my goals. Helps not only with that feeling of overwhelm, but also there's gaps, there's days in which you don't have to be perfectly on it. But if we are committed and we are resolved to achieving the goal, that when we fall off, we can get back on it. So in particular, there might be numerous goals that we make for ourselves this year. Today, I wanted everyone in the audience who's attending live or who will be watching the recording to consider making an intention, to consider making a resolution this year to improve your health, whether that be the physical health, mental health, or some aspect of our lives that impacts our health, to commit to daily effort into making that a reality. So for example, I've committed to improving my strength this year. I'm going to be hitting the weight room pretty regularly, or I intend to this year. But while developing strength, I also want to maintain my flexibility, my mobility. So other things that you can commit to is improving your cardiovascular health by doing cardio activities such as walking, jogging, yoga. One one goal one can make, and it's a very common one, is to lose weight. So if you're making a year-long commitment and you know from your doctor that you are overweight by 50 pounds or 30 pounds or 20 pounds, losing 50 pounds can seem overwhelming, but maybe this year you make the commitment to lose 20 pounds, and then the next year to lose 20 more pounds, and then finally 10 pounds. The goal isn't, the end isn't really the goal. In doing these small habits every day, we change the way we live our lives. If one is dealing with anxiety, with depression, then consider sleeping habits and eating habits. These two things impact our mood tremendously. And so if you're interested to eat better, you can go to my book, The 5 Pillars of Bipolar Recovery. I also have a free ebook that you can sign up for on my website, and I've given some free sample meal plans in there. And then as well as good sleep hygiene techniques, they're mentioned in my book. So whatever you resolve to, make it your own and make it a commitment. And so we'll spend 3 breaths figuring out what it is that we are setting an intention for. In the Islamic spiritual tradition, Muslims are taught that the best actions are those that are committed consistently, even if they are small. And there's an expression that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This is a famous Eastern tradition quote. So today we resolve to begin this long journey, and we might feel anxious, we might feel intimidated, but you have this community to follow up with. You can send me messages like, hey, I've resolved to make this intention, and I'll follow up with you. But maybe you're practicing with someone today and they can be your buddy. They can keep you accountable for the intention that you set today. So we'll go ahead and bring our hands together. And we'll spend a good 3 breaths setting our intention. Now from here, we're going to bring our hands forward. We're going to put pressure on my thumbs and my pinkies and open up my 3 fingers to make a little flower. I'm going to place my intention inside this flower that I'm creating. And from here, I'm going to raise it up towards the heavens. And I'm going to make a prayer for this intention to be accepted, for courage, for stamina, and for consistency, and also mercy for when I do fall off. And we do fall off in our New Year's resolutions. That's okay. But to give ourselves the grace and the mercy and the love to ourselves and our loved ones, so that we can get back on, we can get over that shame, we can get over that despair, and get back to it. And now, with our hands raised, I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see me in the screen. We're going to switch our legs so that our hips are balanced. I'm going to inhale, raise my hands up. And exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Cactus arms. I did some deadlifts and some squatting yesterday, so I'm a little tight. This is perfect post-workout. Inhale up. And exhale, I'm going to twist to my left. So my right hand will land on the left of my left leg. Inhale up. And twist to the right. Place my left hand to the right of my right knee. All the while maintaining a straight back. Inhale up. And exhale. Deep, long breaths. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. Shine our chest up to the sky. Look up. And cactus arms. And from here, we're going to invert our cactus arms. I'm going to grab my fingers behind my back. I'm going to straighten my arms. I'm going to send my shoulders back. Look up. Look down. I'm going to look up by twisting left. And I'll look down. I'm going to look up, twisting to my right. And look down. Awesome. I'm going to get on my knees onto tabletop position, and from here I'm going to push myself up and grab onto my hips. Okay? From here I'm going to extend my right knee, my right leg over to the right side. And if it's hurting your knee, you can grab a mat or a pillow and give your left knee some cushion. And from here, I'm going to raise my hands up, and then I'm going to make it into a giant V. Now with this V, I'm going to pretend like I have a giant beach ball on my hand. And I'm going to extend to the right. Opening up these intercostal muscles. And breathing. Inhale up. And now I'm going to dive down, where I'm going to bring my head down and my arms up, and inhale up. Swan dive down. Inhale up. Swan dive down. Inhale up. And swan dive down. And we'll come back up. Put my hands on my waist. Bring my right leg back in. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you can put your cushion underneath your right knee. And we'll do the same thing. We'll take that giant beach ball above our heads. Try to bring your biceps aligned with your ears. And from here, we're going to bend to our left side. And come back up. And from here, we'll do our nice little dives. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Wonderful. Now while we're on our knees, you can stay how you are. I'm just going to show you how to do camel pose. So we can either keep our feet facing downward or with our toes on the ground. And from here, I can place my hands behind my back. And the intention is going to be to open up the chest. Opening up the chest, these are called heart openers. They give us a burst of energy. They give us that courage, that resolve to take on the task at hand. So a lot of the movements that we're doing, if we notice, is opening up the chest. So level 1 is to place the hands on our lower back and to keep this parallel as much as possible, right? We don't want to go like this. We want to keep our thigh parallel and to lean back. Level 2 is to have our feet like this with our toes on the ground and to reach back. And level 3 would be to put our feet downward, the tops of our feet touching the ground, and this will just give us a deeper stretch. So you choose of the 3 levels which one you want to do. Today I'm pretty tight because I lifted weights yesterday, so I'm going to do level 2. But whatever you feel comfortable with, you should go for it. And focus on keeping your thigh perpendicular to the ground and opening up the chest, dropping the head of the weight of your head, allowing the neck muscles to stretch. Now the way to get back up is to pretend someone is pulling your shirt upward. Okay. Well done. I'm still going to use this mat, this rug for cushion on my knees. All right. Now from here, we're going to get on tabletop position. And I'm going to widen my knees broader than my hips, broader than a mat if you're using a yoga mat, to extend your knees broader than the yoga mat, to bring the tops of your toes to the ground. And from here, we're going to get into child's pose. We're going to come back up to tabletop position. From here, we'll do a series of cat-cows. So cat-cow is where we begin with the tailbone and we end at the neck. So just watch if you've never done cat-cow before. We're going to first go into cow position by raising the tailbone, dropping the stomach, raising the chest, looking up, and then go into cat position by dropping the tailbone, raising the spine, dropping the neck. So inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. I always get a nice little cough when I extend my throat. All right, wag our tail a little bit. It always feels good to kind of stretch those stomach muscles and to bend the back in a direction that we're not accustomed to. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on core strengthening and balance at the same time. So I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to karate kick to the back wall straight. I'm going to take my left hand, so my right foot and my left hand, and I'm going to extend. And I'm just going to stay here in balance. And breathe. Now from here, I'm going to inhale up. And exhale, bring my elbow to my right knee. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And exhale. Ooh. The wrist might need a little break after that. Return to your intention. See how that seed is germinating. You're warming up the body, you're breathing, and you're making some serious steps towards improving your health. So next, I'm going to karate kick my left foot to the back wall. I'm going to extend my right arm, just hang out here. Feel all the different shifting that your arms, your stomach, your back, your knees are doing. And inhale up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. And we'll come back to tabletop position. Now from here, we'll do a series of downward facing dog and upward facing dog. So I'm going to raise my knees up and make a triangular shape. Gonna pedal my knees to give my hips, my hamstrings, my calf muscles a stretch. I'm gonna aspire to bring my ears in between my biceps. And from here, I'm gonna switch to plank pose. I'm gonna come down, upward facing dog, and then come back to downward facing dog. So we can go ahead and do that in our own pace 2 more times. So when we go into plank, we inhale. So just watch. You can come on your knees, take a rest. I know we've been on our hands for a bit. So just watch me so I can guide you on the breathing. So inhale plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward facing dog, and exhale downward facing dog. So go ahead, get back into position. Get back into position of downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time. And we'll come back on our knees, widen our knees, and come back into child's pose. We'll come back up, and we'll return to our seated position. We'll return to our seated position, and let's see, my upper back, belly, breathe slowly enough. Okay. Thanks for I just looked at your comments, Shan. I think we did work a little bit on the upper back. Well, we've arrived at the end of our practice, but the end is almost always among the most important parts of the practice. So go ahead and lie down. Typically, I give people the choice to sit down or lie down, and I'd like to invite everyone to lie down today in Shavasana, or corpse pose, where basically you lie down on your back like this. Just lie down and relax. Take your awareness to your breath and slowly, intentionally, calm it down. Slow down the breath. Slow down your inhales and your exhales. Bring your awareness to your heartbeat and notice from the beginning of the practice to now how much more vigorously the heart is beating, how much heat has been generated in the body, how much more blood flow there is. And let's go ahead and take a tour of our body from head to toe. And the intention today will be to give courage to all aspects of our body as we scan from top to bottom. If there is tension in anywhere in the body, we say relax. We start from the crown of our head, on the top of our head, where our hair is, the soft spot. We'll take our awareness there, and we'll slowly, on our own, come down to the forehead, the eyebrow. Relax the eyebrows. Come back down to the temple, to the eyes, to our cheekbones and our jaw. Relax the jaw. We'll come back down to the back of our neck and our throat. We relax. Come down to our shoulders. To our mid-spine, to our chest. Once you reach your heart, I will let you go on your own till you reach your toes. And remember to breathe deeply, diaphragmatically. pause the video if you're still on your practice. But once you make it to the bottom of your toes, go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, come back to the mat. You can turn over to your right side and come into a fetal position, into kind of a comfortable, curled up into a ball. From here, you can press the ground with your left hand to get yourself up. And meet me in a seated position. Today's yoga practice was for cultivating courage in light of our New Year's resolution for our health. I hope this practice of opening up the chest, opening up some of the areas that feel tight, have created flow in the body and created vigor and energized you to take on your challenge for this year with regard to your health with much enthusiasm. You're free to message me anytime if there's a particular aspect of the body that when you visited it during the final meditation that there felt like there was a blockage, there felt like there was a lot of tension that you normally hold. Like I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. Every time I visit, it's just like, oh wow, I've been clenching the whole time. And so this clenching is an indication of some kind of emotional stress or some kind of physical strain that, with the combination of mindfulness and movement, that eventually we gain the tools to work on them. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that those who joined this morning, please do make it a point to try to come every week. This is a free service for anyone, and would love to get your feedback as well. I've got a lot of interesting, fun things planned for this year, so I hope you join me for the ride. Until next week, I'll see you later.